Happy Wednesday. Good morning, good morning. It's the Last Minute Laura show. Good morning, good morning. Hello, hi everybody. Welcome back, welcome back. Good morning, it's Wednesday. I'm maybe a little bit sleepy still, so bear with me while I get myself together this morning. For those of you who are new here, I'm Laura. This is the Last Minute Laura show. We get together every Wednesday. We have some tea, some chats, and some show and tell usually. I show you what I've been working on, talk about what I'm going to be working on. So I'm going to get started here with my cheese tea biscuit toasted with butter and my Tim Hortons hot chocolate. It's a hot chocolate kind of morning. It's a little chilly. It's so chilly, in fact, that I actually turned on our heater for like 5 minutes, and then it was boiling hot, so I turned it back off. But geez, you know when you yawn and then you have tears all in your eyes? Let me see who's here in the chat so I can say good morning to you. Dina's here. Good morning, Dina. Good morning, Laura, Alex, Thunder, and CJ. All of us are doing great, so good morning, Dina. Thank you. Elsie, good morning. Elsie, I was thinking about you yesterday. I was transplanting some plants, and your plant pot it had no plant in it. Like I reused the plant pot for something, so I don't remember what your plant is because I have a plant pot with the name Alcy on it, but it has a new plant in it. So if you remember what kind of plant you had, you let me know and I'll relabel her. And T's here. Hi T, good morning. And Frida, morning. Good morning, Frida. How you doing this morning? Let's see. I'm sewing a cape blazer made of suit weight wool and lined with an old lamb fur coat. That's fancy. Winter is coming, so you know. And oh gosh, I'm sorry. Whoa. Okay, I jumped back down. Purple Thread, good morning. And Tracy, good morning. Nice to see you here. Sadie, good morning. Amanda, hi Amanda, good morning. And AJ's here. Hi, good morning, AJ. And Katina, hi Katina. And Alicia, and I think we're good. I think I got everybody who's in the chat so far. Good morning. How are you doing? I ran away, I guess so. I honestly don't know. So, my plants are doing well, if you're wondering. My obsession with making clay and trying to make pots has been going very well. I made 3 pots last week. I think I showed them to you, and I fired them. Alex and I had a campfire, and I fired them at like a high temperature. Like I put them right in the middle of the hot flame. And they turned out really good. What did I plant in them? Let me grab them for you so I can show you them. Excuse me. Hold your horses, everybody. Now I have a tickle in my throat. Okay. So the good news is that they didn't crack. It seems that I figured out my clay to temper ratio, which I'm still learning about, but the clay shifted to that nice red sort of terracotta color because it starts out, well, this is the driest one I've got. It starts out that color, and then after it's fired, it turns red, and it's like, see? That ASMR. See, I planted more string of hearts babies in there. So plant pots are now the thing that I am having the most fun making currently. And that's been a lot of fun. Oh. Hi Alicia, good morning. And working on Grandma's sweater. I'm on this Sleeve Island. Good luck on Sleeve Island. I believe in you. And what happened last night? Are we past the first minute? The presidential debate for the states happened last night, and I watched the first half of it, and then I was like, I can't Why are we even pretending that this person is a real person? Why is there an audience pretending that this person is a person? Like I don't care about Joe Biden. Like, I don't care about who he is. I don't care about who Donald Trump is. But, like, whoa. Right, Thunder? Whoa. It was whoa. Like, I felt like I was angry and I had to leave. So I did. But I figured, I skipped it. Hey, Sid, good morning. Yeah, probably not worth, it really wasn't. Honestly, there's nothing that you could see from that debate that you'd be like, oh, wow, that's a lot of good points. It's, like, stupid. I like the two-tone of that one. Isn't it neat? I don't know why. Because it's cooked. It's still hard. I have used water with them. They're totally cooked, but some parts stayed black, some parts turned red, so that's weird, but whatever. Oh, excuse me. I saw something from T earlier about your dog. I'm really sorry that your dog is ill, T. I don't know. Is it something that he can recover from? He said they can't remove the tumor, but is it just, like, what's going on? And I'm sorry you're going through that. That's awful. Sid, I don't have the spoons to sit there and listen to him not... Yeah, well, yeah. Yeah. Oh, Maddie's here. Hi, Maddie. Good morning. I was in the hospital from Saturday to yesterday. Are you okay? Cellulitis, but it was a bad case of psoriasis, and for some reason my blood pressure was elevated. No, I wasn't saying that to you. I was asking Dina if she's okay. I know you're okay, you little chunky monkey. This dog, man. Well, Dina, I'm glad that it's, well, not even. Psoriasis still sucks. I'm sorry that you're in pain and ill. That's awful. Or not well, right? Not well. I hope that you are well again soon. Okay, so also I wanted to show you guys. I have this just sitting on my desk, which is a literal clump of clay, and as you can see, there's fingers in it because I've just been grabbing clumps of clay and making little pots. I like to make teeny tiny little pots. Aren't they cute? Aren't they fun? They're gonna have holes in the bottom. I just wanted them to be what's called leather hard, which is where they're at right now. They're leather hard. So today I'll be putting the holes in them and then I'll let them dry. This is so far the thinnest one that I've made. And we're gonna see if this can get fired without breaking. The rest of them are pretty close to the same thickness as like all of the others that I've been making. I like it though. This is like a fun hobby. I just have to finish the video to teach you how to get the clay so that you can do it too. Otherwise, you could just buy clay and play along when I do that video on how to make pots. Very cute. Hi, Tisha. And thank you. Oh my gosh, I love them all. Me too! I love them all. And they're all full of plants in my, like... Okay. Hold on. I'm gonna show you, because they're so cute, I can't help myself. I have to just show you what I have planted in my handmade plant pots. Plant pots, plant pots. Okay, so first of all, my wax ivy decided it loves living in a clay pot. So this is the biggest one I've made so far. Again, randomly two-toned. Oh, bye, Maddie. And I've got my wax ivy in here who decided it loves it. So it just started pushing out a ton of growth, which I'm really happy about because as a plant mom, this is how you know that they don't hate you. And then I've got this little guy here, which I've put a string of hearts in. Got holes in the bottom. This one is mostly red, but black on the bottom. I don't know why. I don't know why the colors are like this. I'm just gonna say that it's not my fault. It's for science. It's some science reason. Sorry, I have to have the string of hearts hanging because it's pretty delicate. If you ever get this plant, it's not hard to care for. It grows really fast, but if you screw around with it, it's delicate. This is the tiny one. I think it was, hold on. Was it V? Or was it Sid? One of you guys said I should put an avocado seed in here, but the avocado root is big. Like, we have Alejandro, our avocado plant, and the root on Alejandro is like this long, even though the avocado seed is very small. Hey Jenna, good morning. So I didn't want to put an avocado seed in there because the root would have to be in something else. So instead I put a teeny little heart-shaped philodendron, and it's just one vine, so eventually it'll like vine over. And it's so cute because it's round on the bottom, it just has the one hole, and they're cold because they're wet. So since they're like earthenware, water passes through them. So if you ever have terracotta pots, if you water them and get them wet on the inside, on the outside they'll like push the water through, and eventually your terracotta will be darker in color and chilly. Oh, Frida, it was you, sorry. So what am I saying? So terracotta, yeah, it lets water out. So it's good for plants that, if I overwater everything because I'm scared I'm gonna kill it. So having terracotta is a great way to like mitigate that issue so that I don't have to like kill plants by overwatering. But when the water passes through, the plant pot is like chilly. Like this one I watered yesterday, this one I didn't, but they're the same color when they're dry. So you can see this one's like darker, but when they're both dry, they're both reddish. So, and it's cold to the touch, which is really neat. I like it. It's weird. Also, my string of hearts seems to be happy in here. I only planted it a couple days ago, and look, we've got baby growth. Also, I would like to show up, okay, happy Plant Wednesday. Let's do Plant Wednesday. I have other things. I have another avocado going, Frida, right here. It hasn't started rooting yet, but I'm trying. But I have my string of turtles, which if you're like OG, you know that I really care about this plant because it started off as a 4-leaf cutting. The leaves are the size of a thumbtack, like the head of a thumbtack. And I had 4 leaves. So I'm just gonna show you how big my cutting was originally. It was this big. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? It wasn't even a cutting. It was a piece from a garden center that was on the floor that when I bought a different plant, I was like, and they were like, so look at, oh God, another 2 more growth points. I'm so excited. Okay, hold on. Is that a third? No, that's just bark. 3! I have 3 growth points coming. Okay, which means 3 more vines are going to come out. So look at, I just want you to see how pretty a string of turtles is. And the cool thing about these is they're like 3D. Like the leaves are succulent, so they're like concave. Come on. Come on. They're like concave, but they're really like, or convex, I guess. But they're like round and shiny, and they look like turtles. And hold on, I may even be able to show you the growth points. Okay. Come on. See right there, there's one. Oh. There's 2 right here. Come on. You could do it, little camera. I know it's tough. Well, there's 3. I promise there's 3. And this is like currently, this is my favorite plant of, there's like more than 200 plants. We're probably like well over 200 plants by now. And this one is my favorite one. So I don't know. That's just the information I've got for you. I really love my string of turtles. Plants for the win! Jenna, my mom bought me a pineapple plant with an itty bitty pineapple, but when I opened it, oh, the pineapple had broken off. That's irritating. Did you cut the pineapple and see if it's tasty? I had to scroll down to get some info from my news provider. Right, kids squabbling. It was kids squabbling. Honestly, Frida, it was frustrating because, like, it felt like it was just really, it wasn't fun to watch. So yeah, hopefully another will grow back. Yeah, just keep your pineapple plant happy and safe. Dina, how so did the electrolyte intake, blood pressure? Oh, talking about the hospital. I would make clay watering pots for the garden called ayolas. I'm not sure how you spell it. Clay watering pots. Clay watering pots. Maybe they weren't earthenware? Hi from Italy. Hello, Caitlin. Good morning. So yeah, I'm basically making a lot of clay things right now. I have clay in the backyard being processed already, and I have a bunch of clay in the house, and I need to get a rolling pin. That's the thing that I need to get next, because I'm using this water bottle as a rolling pin because I'm an adult. To a daft toddler, totally. That's how it felt. Like you know when a toddler is past the point where they should have taken a nap, and they're like, that scream that is not, it's not like a scream, it's like a rage scream. That's the energy. Is a toddler or a 3-year-old. Yeah, like a 3-year-old, because they can talk a little bit. 3.5-year-old who should have had a nap, didn't have a nap, and now it's too late to have had a nap, rage screaming. That's what it feels like to watch that debate. But I guess there's 5% of people who are undecided, which is not true. There can't be people who are like, which should I vote for? I feel like either you know you're going one way or the other, you know? It's spelled Olapot. Oh, cool. And another doctor thinks it was the meds they're treating me with. Oh no. He said to watch your diet, but how? just watch it. Just write everything down. Looks like there are vids on YouTube. Oh, cool. Hi, Chloe. So, the biggest news, in my life anyway, CJ is alive. I mean, I knew he was gonna be alive, but he, was really sick. So last week, we went to the vet after the stream in the afternoon. I went and brought CJ in, and he took his temperature first. First he was like, oh, poor guy, he looks skinny. And I was like, he is skinny. He weighed 3.4 kilograms, which I don't know what that is in pounds. I have to multiply it by 2.2 because I'm not a doctor. Okay, 3.4 times 2.2. So he's 7.48 pounds. The last time he was weighed, like when he was in full good health, he was 12 pounds. So when he's like thick and healthy, he's 12 pounds, and he's 7.8 pounds right now. So he is thin for him. And the doctor was like, yeah, he's thin. And then he took his temperature, and he had a high fever. And I was like, what does that even mean? And that wasn't even something I considered. I had him in a room with a heater and a humidifier, because when I'm sick, I have a heater and a humidifier. And the doctor was like, he has a high fever. He's probably feeling pretty terrible right now. And I was like, oh, I'm sorry, my poor baby. And then he said his lungs are pretty full of fluid, and he's very congested. And I said, that's why we're here mostly. And then I said, what do we do? I actually have a really dramatic story that goes with the vet, so I'm going to tell them in tandem, because actually, well, CJ is the least dramatic part of that. So high fever, fluid in his lungs, very congested, swollen sounds. So the vet, all of his other organs looked good though, like palpitating. He went all over him, and he was like, well, it doesn't feel like he has any blockages. It doesn't feel like he has any swollen organs. He seems like, aside from this, which he did say is a secondary infection from the cat herpes. So CJ has cat herpes. It's a chronic condition for cats. It's not like herpes in humans. It's like a chronic virus cold. And when he get sick from that virus. He can get secondary infections. So it's like his nose is runny. If his nose gets clogged up, then the runny nose can get infected, and that can cause what happened. So he got a prednisone shot right away because the vet said he's swollen. He's probably having a hard time breathing. Gave him a shot, and he said that'll take the swelling down really fast. He gave me a few more days of steroids to give him. Hey, Sarah, good morning. And then he also gave him 10 days of antibiotics for him. So right now we are on like day 7. I gave him his first antibiotic Wednesday night of last week. And he still has a like congested sound, but whoa. We got home an hour after we got home. So you guys know, I said last week, he's not getting up. He's sleeping all day. And he had been doing that for almost a whole week. And the week prior, he was sluggish. So it was like 2 weeks of not well. And within an hour of us getting home from the vet, he just like came back to life. I guess the prednisone shot took away all the swelling so he could breathe, and he like ate food, he was walking around, he was screaming, like he hasn't been meowing and like at all. He's been very quiet, and he just like was like meow meow meow, like yelling, and it was amazing. And then he slept with us that night. Oh my goodness, it was a really good feeling knowing that he was feeling better. I felt bad that he had been feeling poorly, more than I had thought, which means now I have a clearer picture of when it's time to go to the vet for that exact thing. But yikes, it was worrisome when we got there. I didn't realize how serious he had gotten. But he's recovering. He's like eating. He's still eating, not as much as normal, but he is eating. He's awake with us. He's meowing. He's following us around. He's going from room to room where the sunbeam is to lie in the sunbeam. So he's doing well. Weller. He's getting well. He's almost well. So yeah. Anyway, the miracle jab. That's what I call it. Pretty much. That's what it felt like, Jenna. It was like he got the needle and he was feeling way better. Looking at the news, Frida says, I found a more interesting story about a basking shark that got stuck in the mud in the sea close to where I grew up, and people rescued it. Yay! That's good. He was smaller than my cat, poor baby. I know, Sid. He was like Alex was calling him bag of bones all last week. But he's on the mend. He's on the mend. Thanks, Dina. Pots are coming out awesome. And I wonder what's in eggs and cheese that makes you feel better. That's weird. Huh. Probably just like the protein and I don't know. Like I don't know. I'm not a scientist. T, I'm not sure how dangerous it was health-wise, but I was worried that, oh yeah, don't want to be fainting. No. CJ be like, oh my god, what took you so long to take me to the magician? I think CJ, when we got home, he was like very affectionate. I think he thinks I did it. So I'm cool with it. Like we went to a stranger and then we came home and then mommy gave me a pill and now I feel great, except he doesn't like getting pills. But he'll do it. He'll like, I just have to shove it down his face and then he swallows it. He's not like difficult. I love your crochet projects. I wanted to ask, how long did it take you in total to make that sweater? This was when I was like speed crocheting, Caitlin, and it was like, honestly, it was a couple of days. Like, I don't think it was a week, because I was doing literally nothing else. So if you're sitting down and doing literally nothing else, you could probably get it done in like 3 days. But a normal person, probably like 2 weeks, because like you have other things, other responsibilities. Oh, calcium. Well, yeah, good thing you feel better. So I want to tell you guys something, but oh no, sorry, I still have one more story from the vet, and it's so messed up. This is like a messed up story. So when I arrived at the vet, I arrived about 15 minutes early. They're only letting one patient in an hour, so I was expecting nobody would be there because when we have got there previously, there's been no one there. And like when I went with Scout, my parents' cat, there was just nobody else there. The vet wasn't even there. It's like a building behind his, it's a farm. The farm is, did you say last week you have a jumper on the hook? I mean, no, I've been making pots all week. But yes, carpal tunnel will take you 3 weeks. Oh, well, good. That's good. Then I have an excuse as to why I'm not crocheting. Carpal tunnel. Reasonable. And my carpal tunnel is feeling better too. That being said, when I woke up this morning, this hand was numb on my first 3 fingers. So, I mean, how good am I doing? Meh. Oh, also, don't forget to like the video. I didn't say it yet because I forgot because I got into talking because I was missed you guys. But don't forget to like the video. It helps the channel. Okay, so we got into the vet, and I guess it's the salts like a magnesium, or maybe because I had hypoglycemia. Hypoglycemia. That's what Thunder has. So he needs to eat twice a day instead of 1 time a day. And that's why his tail grew back, because he's getting the right amount of blah at blah times. Okay, so hold on. Get into the vet. And there's people there. Usually there's no one there. Our vet is like on a farm. They have like a vet building, and it's like a, I don't know, it's like an outbuilding on their farm, I guess. Like it looks like a vet clinic, but it's on a farm. So you like drive into a farm, you pass the farmhouse, then there's the vet clinic, and then there's a barn, like all on the same road. It's like a private road. So it's I think what happened is over the years, this vet built his vet clinic on his home property, which I like because whenever I show up there, there's no one there, but there's always like a dog in the vet clinic or lying on the steps in front of the vet clinic. So, and this dog is like a bulldog beagle or something, like just adorable. So, and really friendly and like quiet. So anyway, people are in there this time. There's people in there. Not yet, Frida. I asked my parents. Not yet. Still fingers crossed, but nothing coming yet. Okay, so I came into the vet, and the vet had 3 people and the vet in there. So the 3 people were all together, and the vet was dealing with them in the exam room. Every door was open because there's nobody ever there. So he wouldn't have been expecting me to be there because nobody's ever there. So they're all talking, and I'm sitting down. I sat down with CJ, said hello. There's no secretary. It's just like, there's no vet tech. It's just like the vet. I'm sure on busy days they have someone, because I have called and there's been a woman on the phone before, but I've never seen anyone except for my vet. So, no, I'm not giving you any of this. Get out of here. Crying for snacks. So, there's 3 people and they have a cat. I come in, I sit down, and I'm hearing them talk about the cat. One of the people is crying, and one of the people is saying, like, this is what we've got to do. That's what I heard him say. And then the vet said, yep, it looks like it's renal failure. And I was like, oh, no, they're finding out that their cat is, like, sick. And then he said, well, I've got some stuff I could give for pain, and I can help him with a little bit of blah, and this will make him feel better. So he goes out of the room and goes to, like, I assume, get the medicines. And the people are talking to each other and saying, like, are you sure? Yes, this is what we have to do. And then the vet comes back in, and then one of the people, the one who isn't crying, says, we're actually here for euthanasia. And then I was like, okay, come here. I'm trying to tell a serious story. And I was like, and the vet has a needle in his hand. And he was like, oh, you didn't tell me that. He literally had a needle for like painkillers to make the cat feel better. And this cat's like a 17-year-old cat. I wasn't eavesdropping. It's a small room and they were talking loud, okay? Like I didn't have anything else to do. Anyway, so then he says, okay, well, you guys can go sit down in the waiting room then, and all right. So I'm sitting in the waiting room with CJ, and then this family, like parents and adult child, come into the waiting room, sit down with their cat, who is, oh God, so sad looking. He looked like CJ, but worse. Is it an interesting story? Hello, I'm slightly confused. Doesn't sound good. Hi, Caitlin. I'm talking about when I was at the vet with CJ, and there were other people at the vet. So they come out, sit down in the waiting room. Mom's crying, dad's comforting, daughter is advocating. That's like the vibe. And then I'm sitting there, and the vet said, like, just a minute, I'll be right back. So he goes away, and then I stood up and said, I can go for a little while if you guys want some privacy, because you're euthanizing your cat, and there isn't. Why are they in the waiting room? I don't know. So then I stood up and I went over to the vet and I said, can I leave CJ and his crate in here because it's like cool. It was really hot outside. It was like 30 degrees Celsius outside, and he's not feeling well. So I said, can I leave him in here and go? I'll just like take a walk for 10 minutes while you guys do your thing. And then the vet was like, okay. And then the family was like, no, that's all right. You've got a cat too, so you're a cat person. We don't mind. And I was like, okay. So I sat back down. They're still sitting in the waiting room at this point. The vet comes out with a needle and gives it to the cat. So he pre-euthanized, like the go to sleep needle, in the waiting room. I'm sitting 10 feet from them. Calm down. I had a mask on. Don't worry. Anyway, he gives them the first needle, and I was like, I'm like sitting here with my cat, and then the vet as soon as he gives that cat the needle, he is holding the needle, and he comes over to me and says, what are you here for? And I was like, a different old cat? And then he was like, oh. And then he looked over and he was like, oh, that's why I didn't know I thought you were them. And I was like, okay. Yeah, Caitlin. In the waiting room. So then he said, oh, okay, what's wrong with him? And I explained it all in the waiting room, 10 feet away from the people whose cat is now unconscious or falling asleep. And then the vet says, okay, give me a minute. And then he comes out with like a mop bucket, and he's cleaning the floor, and then he goes and cleans the exam room for when CJ and I go in. And the cat, okay, if you're someone who's really sensitive about topics like this, might maybe leave for 5 minutes because it's like sad. And so the cat, starting in 5, 4, 3, here's your last warning, 2, 1. Okay, so then the cat vomited, the unconscious cat, and the family is visibly panicking because their unconscious cat will choke on vomit. They were freaking out, and the vet wasn't in the room. He was cleaning the exam room. And when he came back out, they're all frantic and said, is it normal for them to vomit when they're unconscious? And he said, sometimes that happens on the way out. So yeah, this vet is like an old country vet, like no couth. So I don't want to see this. Yeah, that would have been something I didn't know that's what was going to happen. I didn't know they were going to do that like in the waiting room. I assumed it was like, I'm gonna get the other room ready for you, we'll put you in there and you can have like your time with him. Nope. So then he said, okay, you can bring your cat in. So I put CJ in the exam room, and he did CJ's exam while the other cat was like falling asleep. And then he said, okay, I'm gonna get him a prednisone shot. And I said, okay, cool. So do you feel safe letting him treat CJ? I'm gonna be honest with you, he has done a really good job every time that we've gone to him. He just has no bedside manner. Like none. Like, no bedside manner. But he's honest about what your animal needs. So as opposed to being like, well, you should keep him here for 3 days. We're going to put him on antibiotics and a IV and all. Like, that's what the vets in Toronto would do, is they would, like, recommend way above and beyond. This guy's like, come back tomorrow if he's not doing... Like, he's like a neighbor. That's how it feels. Like, he's a neighbor who knows how to treat animals. You know what I mean? Anyway, so yeah, he actually has the highest ratings in like our area, and everybody's ratings online are like, they say like his bedside manner is not good, but he's really honest and he doesn't charge anything near what any other vet charges. So Nancy, I wouldn't be going back to that vet. Well, hopefully we won't have to. Actually, I'm not gonna lie, he is retiring in November, so I won't have to. He's not retiring on purpose, so there's like a family issue. Anyway, so CJ and I are waiting. I'm like facing my back to the family because I'm like very uncomfortable, obviously, because they're in the waiting room with their cat and I'm in the exam room with my cat, and my cat is not going to die and theirs is, and they're both the same age. It's just like messed up, right? And then he comes out with 2 needles. He comes over, he gives CJ the prednisone shot, and then walks over and euthanizes the cat. He just walked over. He had the needle that he gave CJ, and he had the other needle in his hand, and then he just left me and CJ and euthanized the cat. And I was like, I hope you checked the needles right before, because what are you doing? He was, it was, yeah. It was very messed up. They had their moment in the waiting room. I like literally like I was like holding CJ like this, like just awkward as heck. And he's blunt. He just didn't have any compassion for them. It's because like they were all adults and they weren't freaking out about the fact that their cat was needing to be put down. Maybe he's nicer when there's children around or something, but like, whoa, no bedside manner. But like, I don't know, he was really good with Scout and he was really good with CJ, and he did exactly what CJ needed and nothing more, you know? Also, the charging is very, very reasonable. Good the needles weren't mixed up. I mean, he's a vet. I'm sure that wouldn't have happened, especially after he mixed up the cats. Yeah, true. Good thing he's retiring. That poor family. Well, the poor family. But when I was leaving, I said I would say a little prayer for them that night, and they said that they hope CJ will get better, and I said I'm sure he was a wonderful cat. And then his name was Clark, so I said, well, he was definitely your little Superman. And anyway, it was really confusing and very awkward, and I had feelings, but they weren't my feelings. Do you know what I mean? Like, I watched somebody else feel, you know, and it doesn't feel good. Not everyone is numb to that stuff like this. Yeah, exactly, Caitlin. And he gets the job done, but that's it. Yeah, but okay, if your animal is just going for shots, this is a perfect vet for it, because he charges like what the shots cost plus $20. Like, and he doesn't charge tax, and he's like an old country vet. So like when we went for, hey Nikki, sorry kiddo, that's extremely hard to deal with. Lots of hugs. Hi and good morning to all. Well, luckily I got to bring my cat home, you know? Maybe the vet is he's definitely socially awkward. He doesn't know how to react, so he doesn't say or do anything at all. Kind of, but he's like that with other like, honestly, yeah, he could be like autistic. He's good with the animal. He's not really great with people. But like, for example, for CJ to get a prednisone shot, 3 extra days of prednisone, and 10 days of antibiotics, and the vet visit, it was $130. And like, that would have been way more, like $250 or $300 if I went in Ottawa or in Toronto. So I do appreciate that his price is very low. I do appreciate that he doesn't try and sell you things that your animal doesn't need. And I do appreciate that I didn't have to talk to him about things. Like, I don't want to talk to them. I'm not, you know. Maybe T behind on the video, but oh my god, that vet. Yeah. So it was definitely a weird interaction. Then they could all be together. Well, they were all together, but oh, I see. the room was too small for the vet and the family to be going in. Possible. I get animals, I have no idea what people are about. Well, that's the thing, right? Like he does, when he tries to have conversation, it's so weird because he goes weird directions. Like he started telling me about why he has to retire and like what happened in his family that caused this to happen. But like, I don't know him. And he told me like details where I was like, I don't know you. I mean, like I know you, but I don't know you. So I think that he has like a very awkward, like an awkward human disposition, which again, I don't mind. I have an Alex and he has an awkward human disposition.
What are you saying?
I'm saying you're autistic. Nothing?
Nothing.
That's because you're autistic. You didn't know what to reply. I'm just kidding. I'm not just kidding, but I'm just kidding in that I'm not making fun of you.
Joke.
It's a joke. Anyway, so yeah, that happened. CJ's doing way better. I'm fine. I feel bad for them because I got to go home with my cat. Well, they did too, but not the same, you know? So that happened at the vet. Ugh. So I hope you enjoyed that story. I don't know, when we had to put our dog down, the vet gave us a private room, but why the heck would he do that in the waiting room? Yeah, well, this is... I have an Alex. Yeah, Laura 2020. I doubt the vet would be so heartless. It's a hard, not very lucrative job. I'd guess he's a cool guy at heart. Yeah. Yeah. He's like... I doubt he's... Yeah, I doubt he's... Leave Alex. Let him alone. Well, yeah, no, I don't have a problem with the vet. I felt bad for the family, and I think that they were not knowing how... Like, I don't know that they had been to him before, you know? So, like, it was, like, their first interaction, and it wasn't a good one. Whereas, like, if I went in now knowing that it was, like, time for Thunder or CJ, I would probably just not go to him for that. You know, like, for things where I need compassion, I wouldn't go to him. For things like shots, go in, because it's way cheaper. And it's the same shot. So, yeah, that happened. That's the whole party. That being said, when it's time for Thunder and CJ, I will definitely be just having the vet come to the house. Because you can do that, and it's only like an extra $50 charge to have a vet come to the house. He'll be desensitized because he's done the job so long. Yeah, possibly. I think you missed my above, but I would prefer that interaction. Hold on. I'd prefer his bedside manner versus the dude my friend had for her dog this summer. Her vet would not stop talking to her and trying to console her, and it was infuriating. Honestly, though, kinda, right? Because it's like, just let me feel my sad. The vet needed to be told beforehand, do not talk to us during it. Right, it's our family sadness. You're just helping us through it. You don't need to feel the sadness. Just do your job and let me be sad, basically. Yeah, I get it. Although not waiting until he was done with one patient to start the next is a nope, thanks. Yeah, same. Home end of life is nice. I agree. And I feel like when these animals give us such a good, like Thunder's giving me his whole life, and like, look at what I get to hang out with. He deserves a good death, you know? You deserve a good death. Not yet. In a very long time. But not yet. But already he deserves a good death. Because he's been such a good boy. You don't need to be scared. You don't need to go to a vet and feel fear before you aren't feeling good anymore, huh? Yeah. But that's not for many years. Mwah. Like 250 years. He'll be here for 200 years. But go away. I don't want to give you any more of my food. Okay. So anyway, CJ's doing better. Thunder is doing great. The chickens are doing awesome. Oh, can you let the chickens out? Thank you. Good morning, Elijah. Nice to see you this morning. So, okay, I'm not looking for judgment here. I just want to tell you something, and I don't want your judgment. I just want blind support. So I'll start there. Yeah, and my autistic brain cannot deal with voices when I'm trying to process a loss that big. Or when you're trying to process anything large, anything. Just it's nice to not have external voices like adding to it. So maybe he was thinking that. Maybe he was thinking like this is like a private thing. Whatever. It happened. It was weird, and CJ's doing better. Okay, so I'm going to start again and say, I'm only looking for blind support here. I'm not looking for judgment or advice. I got another chicken. It's the last one, though. This is the last one. We got one more chicken. It's the last one. She is... I'm done. I have one more chicken. So now I have 18 chickens. And 2 of them are boys, though. And 2 of them I don't anticipate keeping because they're boys. So really, I have like 16.
The boys started making noise.
Yes. So yesterday, one of our boys, not Baby, we have Baby, who is like the pretty one, and then we have unnamed Baby, who is the black version. It's like there's a white pied and a black pied, so they're like both colorful, but one's main color is white, one's main color is black. The black one decided yesterday was his day to try crowing, and it was very endearing. Never enough chickens. I have enough room in our space, in our, like, the coop that we have. The math, anyway, says that we have enough room for 49 chickens. I'm not getting 49 chickens. Let me just, like, I'm not getting 4. But, like, 18 is still well in the amount of space. The coop is not too small for them. Yay, chickens. Okay, yay. Good. I'm glad you like them too. This one looks like Hedwig. Say to you too, Sid. What kind? Wait, what? Never enough chickens. Agreed. Sid, we have 2 baby cows. Are they babies or are they already eating grass? Because if you get to bottle feed them, he's trying to hide the chew bone. Like the Dentastix. I gave him one and he thinks he can bury it in the pillow. That's what's happening. He's using his nose to try and make the pillow cover up the bone. Because he's a little dumb. There's the other one. There's 2 of them because I've given him 2 over the last couple of days. I thought he ate them, but you're hiding them, huh? You don't like it? That's fine. You have a chicken mansion. Yeah, did his voice crack? Lol, did his... Yes, his voice... He went like... Okay, so like the rooster sound like... He just went like... He was flapping his wings and then he stretched his neck way out and went... Just the one noise. And what times does this stream end? I'm in school now, but I've got study hall soon. The stream ends at 8:39-ish. 9 if we have a good conversation, 8:30 if we are like tapering off. It's obviously not working. What you're doing is ineffective. Let's see how long it takes him to figure it out. So yeah, how's the weather doing, Laura? It's chilly, but it's nice. It's nice here. It's like the leaves haven't fallen yet. And oh, Nikki, your hens and chicks in the spring, I put them outside and there were 4 of them in this little pot. They've completely overgrown the pot. There's still only 4, but they've gotten gigantic. So I have to put them back inside soon because we haven't had a frost yet, but it's any day now. So, isn't that fun? They grew like they're each like this big. And they were like this big at the beginning. I'm laughing so hard. Leave my baby alone. Thunder, you're not very bright. You need more omega-3. Your brain is very small. You're a good boy with a small brain. Yeah. Sorry, I can't help it. Leave my baby alone. No, they're not that young. They're from the dairy farm my brother works at, so they're the black and white kind. Oh, like cow. What are they for? Are they going to be milk cows or food cows? Thunder's trying to save his snack. I know, he's so silly. They're settling, but once they come out of their shed, they should be munching on our lawn. Oh, I want a baby cow. I wish a baby cow could stay a baby cow, because baby cows are like, other than beagle puppies, okay, it's like the cutest things in the world, beagle puppies, King Charles Cavalier, King Charles, whatever order those words go in, the spaniel, those puppies. I'm not talking the adult dogs. An adult beagle I'd never want, but if you have an adult beagle, love your dog. I'm just saying, they're not for me. But a puppy, a beagle puppy, a King Charles, King Spaniel, a King Charles Cavalier, a Cavalier King Charles Spaniel, I think, and a beagle puppy are the two cutest dogs and cow babies. They have dwarf cows. But the thing is, Nikki, on a baby cow, the eyeballs are disproportionately large, which is like true love, and their eyelashes are like 3 inches long. They're the most adorable baby animal. I think they, okay, baby pygmy goats, very cute, very, very cute. Baby bearded dragons are also really cute. They're so small. Oh, baby chameleons! Oh, okay. I could pick like 3 animals for each baby animal. Baby ducklings, very cute. Anyway, so we currently have 18 chickens now. 16 of them are girls, 2 of them are boys. We have a bunch of them that aren't laying, so I don't know what's going on there. They're eating layer feed, they're getting eggshells, they're getting free range all day now. We've fenced off our backyard so they won't escape into the front yard, and they don't go anywhere, but like it worries me because there's a road out the front. Yes, the dwarf cows stay looking like calves. Oh, that makes me want. Plus, then they're not so big. Like, cows are big animals. Don't get me wrong. I would like a cow, but like little ones would be nice. My brother's going to train them as pulling teams so they could do forestry logging on state land with low impact to pull the logs out. Oh, cool. If they're not well behaved at all, there'll be food in a couple of years, though, or at least that's what sounds like the plan is. Well, hopefully they are well behaved. So, yeah, baby animals are cute. My chickens are wonderful. Bluebell's not laying. Diane is not laying. Clover is not laying. New Girl is not laying because she's a baby. The new girl is a pullet, so she's like just about to lay. She's 6 months old, and we haven't named her yet. She looks like a snowy owl. She looks like Hedwig. She's the colors of a snowy owl. She's like pale, pale, pale. She's not white, but she's like very pale cream with like toasted marshmallow edges on the tips of her feathers. And she has puffy cheeks. She's an Easter egger, so she'll lay blue eggs or green eggs. She's got feathers around her face, so she's got this puffy cheeks like Violet, if you guys know who Violet is. And she is very, very sweet. Like when the roosters were trying to claim her, there's the 2 roosters are in the process of picking their girls. Poppy not having it. Poppy has very like strictly decided that she is. Alex, can you let the chickens out?
Yeah, I'm going.
Thank you, because the sun's up now. I just don't want them to be like fighting, because like they're in the coop. 3-year-old cow would be like chewing on shoe leather. Really? How old are they when they normally get processed? You could name her Marshmallow, because that's a plant. Honestly, I've been calling her Hedwig. I'm not going to name her Hedwig. I've just been calling her like little owl, snowy owl, little lady, pretty lady. I haven't thought of a name, and Marshmallow's a plant though. She looks like a toasted marshmallow, honestly. She sounds like a regal queen. She's very regal and so soft. She has such beautiful, like her feathers are like her first molt. So like she would have just finished her first molt before she's going to start laying, right? So her feathers are all brand new and so soft, and she's friendly. Like when the other boy, like the boys were trying to claim her, both of them, And she's too young. She's not interested in being mounted yet. And also the boys don't know what they're doing yet. But anyway, she runs to me. And if I'm squatted down, she jumps on my legs to get away from the boys, which she also could fully fly. Like from the ground, she could fly like over a fence. So I had to clip her wings on one side. Just her flight feathers. So there's like 5 feathers on one side of her that I had to cut about half length. So that was a bit of like a bummer because she's so pretty. But there's like, I kept the feathers, so it's fine. Hi, Evie. Nice to see you. So, I don't know what we should call her yet. I don't hate Marshmallow, if I'm being honest. But she really looks like a snowy owl. Like, or a barn owl. Let me see. I think she looks like a snowy owl. Like, in my head she does, but I actually didn't search a picture. She also looks like a bald eagle, though. Like, from the side. Thank you. Snowy owl. I think I need a snowy owl in summer. Because she's not white. She's like... She looks like that kind of owl. You know? Those are her colors. Very pale. There's like a little gray, a little tan. That's her colors. Ugh. Sorry. My nose is itchy now. I've missed you all. We've missed you too, Evie. I'm glad you're back. I love seeing your yarn on Instagram. Oh, I have a sneeze that's like still up there, you know? Whoa. We have a field of boy calves. When we drive by, yell, "Hello, hamburgers!" Well, but kind of, that's what they are, unfortunately. Although, when you know what happens to boy chicks, like, they're just like, when chickens hatch, they're sexed. I'm talking for like egg laying production. And the boys are like immediately killed, like as soon as they know that they're boys. She's called Hedwig, Jenna. That's why I've been calling her that, because she looks like the owl in Harry Potter. So I've been calling her Hedwig. But I don't know, I'd call her Hoo-Hoo. Hello, Hoo-Hoo. I wonder what other plants, what has like a white flower? Or like a pale flower. I guess marshmallow could work. I don't know. I did give my sisters both a description of her and said that they should look. Yeah, I'm so glad I'm vegan. Yeah. Honestly, I watched a video yesterday that was making me think of you, Frida, and I actually thought like, this will be good for tomorrow's conversation. It was why can't vegans eat backyard eggs, or why don't vegans eat backyard eggs? And it's not because the eggs from that chicken are necessarily the evil, it's that the fact that that chicken exists is from a system that is terrible. So for me to get my girl chickens, somewhere there's a hatchery that killed boy chickens, you know? So if I get like laying egg layers from a hatchery, it means that they've been disposing of the boys, you know? So lady slippers have white flowers. So I could just call her Lady. That'd be cute. Daisy. I already have a Daisy. Lily. Lily is a little girl's name though, and I'm pretty sure one of my sisters likes that name. I'm trying to avoid names that I like Iris. I'm not naming any of my girls Iris because I might name one of my like human children Iris someday. But yeah, so the system that allows for backyard chickens to be a thing is problematic. And the other thing is, if you were rescuing chickens and taking their eggs, there's still a problem because I'd call her Puffy Face. I'm gonna take a picture and show you guys later because she is really pretty. Like, when you see her, you'll be like, wow, she's like a pretty girl. Morning, Scrappy, nice to see you. Anyway, backyard chickens, not a great thing. academically, but good health-wise. The system that creates backyard chickens is not good. The chickens that survive that system lay a better life than the slave chickens of egg laying production. I don't know. I mean, it's not great. And when I learned that, I knew it, but hearing it organized in that way, I was like, oh yeah, true. So anyway, the thing is, we've long bred these animals to the point they can't survive in the wild at all. I personally think it's dumb to abandon the food versus changing the system. Change the system, indeed. Change the system. Chickens are too silly for serious names. I agree. Chickens are silly creatures, but I think it's like a juxtaposition that makes it hilarious to have them have serious names. Like Diane, our big mama Diane, she has a serious name, and I love it. It's silly because she's like a giant chicken. Okay, so how long after you get a message of a package at your box do you normally go to get it? Well, I don't have a box anymore. I now use my parents' business address, and as soon as my mom calls me, I go get it. That's the day of, I would say. Maybe the next day, if I'm like not in the mood to drive out to their like farm. And also, it's a protest. I don't want to be a part of it. Yeah, that's fair. The way I'm looking at it now, what I'm trying to like rationalize it is they're happy here. They live a good life. But I mean, like, they would have been living a pretty good life elsewhere, unless they got eaten. Like, Bluebell would for sure just be eaten, because she's just, like, not an egg-laying hen anymore. I'm pretty sure Bluebell's, like, old. If you don't want to eat those foods, fine, no shame, no hate, you do you, but the system needs to be changed, and people rescuing chickens from factories are trying to change it. Fair. I go immediately, like, immediately. Yeah, I would say I used to have to wait a while, because it was in Toronto. Absolutely. Hi, Kate. Good morning. And Nikki, certainly. And thank you for asking. It is in the description of this video, I believe. It's the Little Green Farm. But yes, I'll message it to you as well. Thank you. The best chickens are raised by a mother chicken and not a heat lamp. They learn to forage. Yeah, totally. If we support homesteaders that love their animals and rescue animals that would otherwise be ended, then we're taking that money from the bad corpse. That's true. I haven't put any money into eggs in a very long time now. At least like several months. But anyway, Bluebell doesn't lay eggs anymore. I'm kind of over it because at first I was like, what are we going to do? She doesn't lay eggs anymore. And now I'm just kind of like, she's just our odd girl out. She just can hang out. Diane's not laying eggs right now because she just molted. She had a big molt. She'd lost a lot of her feathers. She already had replaced them, so you didn't see, like, while she was loose, there were black feathers everywhere, but she looked fully feathered. So it's like she waited until she grew all of her feathers, and then she was like the Whomping Willow. She just shook all of the loose ones out. So, T, I'm just gonna not comment. I don't have the energy, and I have so many opinions. The best chickens are raised by a mother chicken. Yeah. Well, Clover will be a good mom. Maybe next summer. Honestly, what I think is that I just won't have chicks, and I'll just continue to get adult chickens. Because just like dogs, I'll have the janky ones. I don't mind. They lay eggs. They're fine. But like, we have chickens. Whenever we garden, they're allowed out and absolutely love having a scratch. Kate, we blocked off our backyard now, so they can't get into the front yard, and there's lots of trees in our backyard, so there's lots of places to hide, and we let them go. They just go wild. Occasionally one or two of them end up in the front yard, but then we just get them out in the back. But they love it. They're eating all the bugs. Honestly, I had a tick early this spring. Like in May when I was putting in the first garden, I had a tick. Are you profiting off your chickens? I mean, no. No. The thing, I don't really eat eggs. Like Alex and I maybe eat eggs once a week. So I sell 2 dozen eggs a week. And I think that pretty much breaks even, because that's $10 a week, $40 a month. $40 a month for chickens. It costs about that in like water and food. So no, I'm not profiting from them, but I am profiting off of those 2 dozen eggs. But now we're getting fewer eggs, which is fine because I knew they would stop laying a lot in winter. But Bluebell is going to stay with us. Bluebell, she had a huge molt like all through the summer. She was like she was a janky chicken. But I can picture that, right, Sid? Just like the one-eyed chickens, just all of the old chickens can be here. They sit on eggs and hatch them and are the first to get picked off by predators. They also lay from time to time. They sit on eggs and hatch them. Oh, true. That's true. They would be the first to be picked off by predators. Frida, you're also not giving money to those bad corps. True. So, yeah. Bluebell can stay. Basically, I don't know. They get old and then they lay infrequently, which is fine. Bluebell, I think she still has eggs in her. Like, I think she'll still lay eggs. I think she just had a huge molt. And I think that molt, like, took a lot out of her. So I've been giving, like, lots of protein, lots of calcium, they get lots of bugs, they get lots of grass. They're living large. They're doing okay. But, Diane's not, like I said, Diane's not laying because she just finished a molt. She's probably going to start soon. Clover hasn't been laying because she keeps going broody and coming out of it, but like we haven't had a rooster, so like being broody is like not useful for her. Oh, bye, Caitlin. Have a good day. Thanks for coming. I've worked really hard to get my mom off grocery store meat and eggs, so I'm excited that we're working on getting there. That's awesome. It's definitely a better option. Absolutely. But honestly, the differences in personality between each chicken, like, my parents laugh at me whenever I tell them stories about the chickens because they're like, different personality. No, they're literally, each and every one of them is different. And they're, ooh, thank you. I'll let you know, but you can't open till the next live. Okay, I won't. I promise, Nikki, I won't. Okay, so what was I just about to say? My parents laugh at me because they say like my personalities, but they really do. They're really different from each other. Like, they're different from each other. They really are. And like, they are different levels of friendly, different levels of interested. They prefer different foods. Knowing that now, I don't think that I could really ever buy eggs now. Like, no shade, do you? But now I'm like, now I imagine how my white chickens, we have Rosie, Posy, Daisy, and Fern, and they're four white leghorn girls. They're a year and now about a year and a half old, and they lay a white egg every single day, pretty much without fail. Maybe we'll get like 2 days a week where we don't get 4 white eggs. So they're really consistent layers, and they were sold as soup hens. They were $5 soup hens. Like, they were considered spent hens, and they were from a factory farm egg laying production. And in my head, I was like, they're not old. I'll just get some janky hens. And they ended up being our most productive. Like, they are our most productive hens by far, even more productive than our young, like, love. What?
I said it's kind of funny.
It is kind of funny, but it's also kind of heartbreaking because they're so goofy and they're so friendly. Like, the white ones are the friendliest, and they were like caged with 1,000 others. And like, I can't even imagine that now because like, I see 20, not even 20, but like 20 chickens-ish together, and I see how they have dynamics. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's like, Clover and Diane have a dynamic. Diane and Poppy have a different dynamic. Poppy takes no shit from anyone, and Poppy will not be dominated by either of the roosters. Like, they have different things about them, and just knowing that they have all that difference, I can't imagine putting them in a room, like one room together with 1,000 of them. So, I don't know. They're really fun. Chickens are fun. Chickens are a lot of fun, and they can live a long time, which I love because I like animals. Walk into foster farms and you will never want to eat chickens or eggs again. It's horrific. Foster farms, that's a rude name because it makes you think that it's going to be like a, a nice place. Here we have Gray Ridge, I think is our main one. Gray Ridge Farms. Sid, what is sashiko? Ooh, sashiko is like a Japanese mending style where it's like doing patches on your clothes to fix them, but in a cool way. So like if you had a hole in your jeans, you'd put like a piece of denim underneath the hole and then you'd stitch like a pretty embroidery pattern on top of it. And it makes like your patchwork look like art. That's what sashiko is. I'm going to get going. Love y'all. Have a great day. You too, Amanda. Have a great day. Sid, are you stitching them together or patching them? What is Sid doing? I've been mending t-shirts all week, and goodness, it's nice to be able to wear these again, but boy, it's a lot of patching. Yeah, t-shirt patching is probably my least favorite because it's stretchy fabric, so it's like you have to find a thin fabric to go with it, you know? T-Law, good. I know you don't want to pick a fight, I just don't have the energy to defend my views, but I really want to, so I'm kind of just mentioning that I have views. Fair. My partner is vegetarian too. I'm not interested in picking fights. I'm not a teenager on social media. Yay. What happened last night, let it snow? The United States had to watch like a traumatic argument between a 3-year-old and a 95-year-old. It was like a grandpa trying to convince a 3-year-old to take a nap. It was like not working. It was just not fun to watch. Oh, Scrappy's here. Scrappy, are you safe still? How is your area? How is the fires? How is, you know? I just use basic quilting cotton. Basic quilting cotton. I've been using embroidery floss and I have to switch. I switched for my last project, my dad's shirt that I mended. I switched to actual like sewing thread, which turned out really cool actually. What else has happened? Oh, I redid all of my terrariums, which has been really fun. I put all new cuttings in them. I went moss hunting in the forest with Alex, collected some moss, and put it into my terrariums. That's it. Oh, and I wish Lori was here because I caught a jumping spider, an adult jumping spider, which is a large spider, if I'm going to be honest. Best description ever. Pretty honestly, that's because Joe Biden has a lot of gaffes. You know, he says a lot of like grandpa things where you're like, I know what you were trying to say, but that came out weird, man. And then Trump. How did this happen? Anyway, so I already forgot what I was saying. Terrariums. Oh, right, Lori. Okay, so, I started working on a crochet blanket. That's nice. I haven't started crocheting yet, but I have a good excuse. AJ has confirmed carpal tunnel needs a break, so it's break time. I've also had a really bad knee and ankle for the last couple of weeks. So my whole left side, all the joints are like broken and I need to figure out what to do about it. Like I can't cross my legs comfortably and I can't squat down and then push myself off the ground without pain in my one knee. And it makes a whole bunch of noise now, which is not ideal. But anyway, my jumping spider story. Everyone here is so knowledgeable and busy. I mean, sometimes. How's the progress on the sweater you mentioned last week? I haven't done anything on it because I haven't done any crochet because my hands, they go numb if I do anything that is like this or like this. My first 3 fingers start to go numb and then it doesn't feel good. Well done, Frida. 3 nights in a row. That's awesome. Yikes. I have to start again. So, did you go to the doctor? I called the doctor, and the doctor called me back. So I called the doctor, talked to the receptionist, and I was like, can I have a phone call appointment? And they were like, we're booking into November for phone calls. And I was like, I have carpal tunnel, I think. I just want to be forwarded to the doctor. So what my doctor did, she called me, and she said, I'll come in, and then she'll, like, look. and then she'll forward me to the doctor that makes the braces, because for my hands, I need to keep them straight when I sleep. I sleep with my hands like curled, and that's bad. If you sleep with your hands like this, stop, I guess. So I have to get those. Pinched nerve in your back, maybe. My back's been fine. That's the thing. Like my knee and my ankle, like my hip has been okay, my elbow, my shoulder, but my wrist, my knee, and my ankle have been a real problem for a bit now. My knee is the one that's bothering me because I do a lot of squatting down and getting, like I have small animals, so most of the day I'm like in that world. But I don't know what to do about my knee, so that's the one I'm most worried about with my doctor. Good day, all. Oh, bye, Nikki. Have a great day, and have a good rest. And thank you for coming by. My knee is the one I'm worried about, because I feel like I can, yeah, right? I know, because it's comfy. My ankle, I have braces for already. My wrist, I will have braces for. I have one brace already. My knee, I don't know how to fix, though, because I can't, like, your knees have to bend to walk. Like, it's not something I can just stop, you know? You need better cross training. Learn a craft you can do with your toes and elbows. Yeah, pretty much. There is a nerve that'll pinch that'll end up causing numbness in the hands. Oh. Well, I was saying last week that I had this moment where I was like, I'm pretty sure that I have MS and that is what's happening. I don't. It was just like a paranoid thing. I don't. I've already been tested. It's not, well, presently there is no sign in my brain, but I had that fear. And then apparently carpal tunnel usually first presents itself as numbness in the first 3 fingers that you can't just shake out. Like, you know when your hand's asleep and you're just like, ugh, and then it comes back to life? Well, it doesn't come back to life. It like stays dead. And it's not dead like pins and needles. It's dead like dead, like numb, like fat is how it feels. It feels like my hands are fat and like less able to do these things. Oh, you have carpal tunnel. Yeah, it's in my family, Scrappy. I had like a scare a couple of years ago. So I had a CT scan and like a whole bunch of doctor things. My brain looks normal, so not a worry anymore. But I was having issues with my feet going numb, and I was like, why are my feet going numb? They're cold all the time and they're numb. And then I just have feet that go numb and are cold. But my ankles are weak, like really weak. Hannah, are you sure you don't have EDS? Pretty sure. I just have like really bad wrists now and ankles and one knee. Wrists, ankles, and one knee. Everything else is pretty okay. So pretty sure, yeah. But yeah, it's like, now it seems silly that that's something that I was worried about, but it is like it's pretty common in my family, so it's something that I was worried about. Not EDS, MS. So it was something that I was worried about. It's honestly still something that I'm worried about for my generation of my family, like my brother and sisters and me and my cousins, because we're all like at risk, basically. So it is something I think about more often than I'd like to, but I've been tested and my brain looked normal. So that's good. But it's still something that randomly comes up as a fear. I like switching hands when I'm crafting so I don't wear out my hands. I didn't even do it crafting. That's the so much frustrating thing, honestly. I did a crap ton of yard work. I just did a lot of yard work with the trimmers and messed my hand up real good. So that sucks. Frida. Adrian is doing 1 a day, 30 days yoga series starting in October. I'm going to try again. Anyone with me? I'm with you, Frida. I'm with you. Let's do it. I believe in us. Alex, you with us?
What?
30 days of yoga starting October 1st. Yoga with Adrian is doing a 30-day thing. You know what Alex likes to do? The same video every single time. The exact same 20-minute video every single time. The same video. Since we started doing yoga. The same video. Yeah, well, the frustrating thing, Evie, is that, like, all that happened the day that it happened was my hands were tired. Like I was like, oh, well, my hands are tired, like my hand muscles, because I just worked them out. And then I woke up in the middle of that night with like no feeling, and I was like, oh no, what did I do? So, Sid, I have so many garden ideas. Roses, trim the apple trees, cut the grass. I've got crocus bulbs, and clean the paths. Awesome. Yay, I believe in us too. Good. I'm doing that tomorrow too. Awesome. So, oh my god, wait, what? October's tomorrow? Alex's birthday is the 5th. And I'm ready. Alex is going to turn 33. The sciatic nerve runs from your lower back down your leg. Oh, I didn't know that. Yes, I did. My dad has sciatica. I would like to do the same video too, but I want to get the whole body. Yeah. I get that too. I try to alternate sewing with crochet and garden stuff and pay close attention to how my lower back feels. Unfortunately, we all just get older. Isn't that frustrating? Things didn't used to result in me needing rest days. I used to be able to get like, okay, if you're underage, just don't listen to this. I used to be able to get like wasted and then wake up at 7 in the morning and go to work the next day. I don't think that I could have 2 glasses of wine and then be up early feeling like $1 million. And I'm a morning person. Sid, I'm now 20 over my normal. My meds may not be helping, so I'm super focused on upping fiber and protein and activity. Good call. Protein, fiber, activity, and fresh food. Eat more fresh food. If your food is fresh, it's probably good for you, you know? October is tomorrow. I didn't know either. Yeah, I forget. In my head, I was like, it can't be. And then when I read that, I was like, 30 days has September. Wow, my Ollie's birthday is the 5th of October too. We're having a party. Aw, we're not having a party. We're having Alex's family is coming to visit next weekend. That kind of a party. Going on 102. Yeah, right? I've never been able to do that. Hold on. Goodbye, gotta go. Have a nice day. You too, Hannah. Have a great day. Thanks for coming. Don't forget to like the video before you leave. Yeah, I used to be like that too, Laura, but now I'm in my late 40s. Not so much. Yeah, it's like not... I'm 28. I didn't know that I was going to start wearing out at 28. I thought like up until like 5 years ago, I was like, things will probably start to wear down at 45, right? That's when things will start to get sore. No. It's like 25. And then from there on, things start to get sore. Like you wake up with a sore neck. That never used to happen. I wake up with stiff hands. What is that about? Ugh, when I stretch, it makes noise. When I bend, it makes noise. It didn't used to make noise. But alas, I guess I haven't taken care of myself the way that I should have because everything seems to want to make noise. But I'm alive. And I've got hot chocolate. Well, it's mostly just like chocolate now. It's not quite hot. So, oh, what else? Oh, right. I wanted to tell Lori. So I found a giant jumping spider on my window, and it had caught a fly, like a full-on fly, like a house fly, which is great. Listen, my PT doctor said your generation is basically broken. Emotionally, mentally, physically, socially, I'm part of the broken generation. Kind of. Yeah, I don't doubt it. I mean, we'll see the birth rate fall in like a generation or two, and then it'll just be like confirmed. I believe it though. But yeah, I want to go to a physical therapist, and I want to go to chiropractor. Those are my... Chiropractor is actually on my goals list for 2020. A PT, physical therapy, right? Crocus bulb pick in Discord. Why don't we have a plants page, right? You know why? Because I've been just using Sid's plant Discord like for information. But yeah, we can add a plants page. My doctor was saying my parents' generation didn't have these issues like I have. They're in their 70s and 80s, but he said people currently in their 20s are already having those issues. Because you guys live a cush life, totally. Yeah, if you get to sit in a comfortable office chair all the time and you never have, well, no, I lived a farm life early on. I was like, whatever, it's true. It's because yeah. Anyway, I've got a video of a spider covering a fly in its web in my bin. That's cool. Millennials are already not having kids because they're expensive. No, I mean like, because physically, I anticipate, based on literally no science, or maybe some science, nothing I've read because I haven't read that type of science, my guess is we've got a couple of generations before plastic starts affecting our, like, fertility. Maybe not plastic, just Cairo is amazing on my back. Really? Do you get like your whole body done? Like, do you go often? Because everybody that I talk to that is like around, I would say your age and younger, is like, it's the best thing ever. Everybody your age and older is like, it's quackery. I'm big on traditional foods. I feel a lot less achy and weak. I feel that. Processed food and being sedentary. Yeah. Being sedentary is not ideal. For your body. They say sitting is the new smoking, although smoking is still the old, it's still a thing. But totally being sedentary, not great. But I also think that there's going to be some kind of, aside from expensiveness of children, I think there's also going to be some physical decline in children. That's my guess. Plastic can't be good inside your body. It's not made to be inside your body. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I just feel like we've got so much crap. Like red dye number 5 is just in the ocean, right? You know? Oh, I need a bone cracker. I just breathed hot chocolate. Whew. 40 pounds ago as it's not on the NHS. Well, for us, it's 80% covered because Alex has you do acupuncture too? That's on my list, like my life list. I do want to try acupuncture. But I really want to do I really want to go to a chiropractor because I want to be in the correct Oh, Lori's here! Now I can actually tell the story that I've tried to tell 17 times and gotten distracted because I have like pretty obvious ADD. Okay, Lori, I found this jumping spider. A big jumping spider. Like one of the ones where you're like, oh, I wouldn't want him to bite me. And back to work. Bye, everyone. Bye, Evie. So, big jumping spider, adorable, scary, adorable. Caught a housefly, which was crazy because it was the same size as the jumping spider. And then I got one of my terrariums and I took the lid off and I put it up to the window and he jumped in, or she jumped in with the fly. And I didn't put the lid back on. I just put it down. And then the spider ate her whole dinner in the terrarium. So she's still here somewhere. I don't know where, but she isn't in the terrarium anymore. But big jumping spider. She is currently my pet. Plastic chemically resembles fat and sometimes hormones, so it has the potential to really mess with the body. Wouldn't be surprised if it did. I got my wedding ring really, really clean in the ultrasound cleaner. It also knocked off a diamond and a sapphire, so it's with the jewelers. That's nice. That's frustrating. But I mean, it's better finding out at home than going for a really long swim and coming out with no diamond, you know? Listen, I'm not a crier. I'm a very emotional person, but for the first time I went to acupuncture, my body released all of its emotions. Really? It like made something happen? Wow. I had 4 children in 7 years, and they made me feel physically stronger, and I became more active. Kids are the source of life, love, and energy. Consider the positive. Oh, Lisa, of course kids can be a great thing. Obviously. I'm not trying to, like, crap on having kids. Totally. If you want to have kids, have kids. And, of course, kids could be great. I'm just saying I think that children, like, socially are an expensive, what would you call it? Not a luxury, an expensive luxury. Do you know what I mean? Because, like, to provide for a child requires quite a bit of, like, spoons, you know? No, but totally. I'm not trying to say having kids is not a good idea. I haven't decided if I want to have them yet. But no, of course, kids could be a great additive. And honestly, one of your kids might be the next name really good, big, important person. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, that's, LOL, Mexico sent you a bunch of firefighters. That's nice of them. considering. Headed to work. Oh, bye, Chloe. Have a great day. And Lisa, I'm sorry. I didn't mean for it to come out that I'm like saying kids are the worst. I'm not. I'm saying that our society is the worst because it makes it impossible for a lot of people to have kids like responsibly. Certainly don't pressure folks to have kids, though. It's not right for some of us. No, totally, Sid. Exactly. Some people should have kids. Some people shouldn't. Some people maybe should but don't want to. Some people maybe shouldn't but want to. I don't know. I feel like you have to do a lot more work to get a dog than you do to have a kid, and that's crazy, because a kid is... You have to make sure they don't turn out as a murderer. That's like your job. If you have a kid, you have to like work really, well, hopefully you don't have to work really hard to make them not a murderer, but like it's your responsibility to make sure you don't have a murderer. Yes, they're expensive. Oh no. Wow. That sucks. I'm sorry, Lisa. That's heartbreaking. Wow. Streams of tears were just flowing. Really scrappy. Laura, I'm not sure. It smelled like fire yesterday. Mexico sent firefighters. And my son just hit me on the head with a diaper and yelled, "You done looking now?" and get Bunny out. You done looking now? Get Bunny out. Is Bunny a literal bunny? Or is Bunny... I hope it's a literal bunny. Well, bye, I guess. I'm happier for having my kids. Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, bye. Yeah. Bye, T. Enjoy time with Bunny. Scrappy, I worry about you so much. Right, Lori? Every time I see the news, I'm like, Scrappy, you're the only one I know in LA. Well, no. We have family there. Well, Alex has family there, so now I say we. But yeah, every time I hear anything, I'm like, oh, is it close to where Scrappy lives? I have to find out. 101 and smelled of fire. I feel bad for the dogs, too, because they're probably going nuts. You raise them the best you can, and ultimately they make their own decisions. Please don't rule out kids. It's the greatest gift and miracle of life. If I've got the spoons to do it, Lisa, it'll happen when it happens. If I don't have the spoons to do it, hey, honestly, we don't even know if I've got the physical capability to do it yet. Haven't tried. Haven't had any proof that I can get pregnant. Haven't had any proof that I can't. Or Alex, who knows? Maybe Alex can't do it. Who knows? So it's kind of one of those things where we're leaving it up to not right now. just leaving it for not right now. I'm having trouble taking care of me, so I don't think I should have a kid. Yeah, take care of yourself, absolutely. And thanks, Lori. And Lori, want to put a bubble over your house? Yeah, can we just put like some safety near you? Is it close to you now, Scrappy? Are you safe? Is everyone that you care about and love safe? Obviously, I hope everyone would be safe, but I mean, like, are you and yours safe? I have so much joy in my niece and nephew, but they're teenagers now, so I don't get to see them that much. They have their own stuff, right? Then they hit 20 and they don't want to be with you anymore. Yes, the complex fire is the one right next to me, but that is 48% contained. Yikes. No. It's so scary. Well, I hope either the wind doesn't come anywhere near you or there's no wind. That's very scary. I don't like that. Like, I mean close, like, do you have to leave your home? Obviously it's close. It's in LA. That makes it close. Yes, we all hope you're safe, Scrappy. Totally. Jeez Louise. Anyway, let's have a brighter note. Let me think of something brighter. I have to go buy jars today because I'm going to be doing more canning. So that's bright. I'm going to do more grape jelly because I've been eating grape jelly because it's delicious. And I didn't know that. Candace had made, Scrappy, has the cabin survived? Hope so. I'm the next big city before you go into the national forest, so they're all evacuating to my city. Oh, okay. No, LA is 2.5 hours away. Well, I'm California. In my head, I'm Canadian. LA is California. You know what I mean? It's like the person who tweeted like downtown Canada. So how are videos found, Laura? You mean how are videos going? Videos are going okay. Maybe a little slower than I planned. But I'm kind of taking my time right now because I don't want to have fall affect me and have the stress affect me. So I'm doing a lot of like prep wifey work. You know what I mean? Like I'm doing a lot of preserving. I'm doing a lot of getting the gardens ready for next year. A lot of cleaning because we have his family coming to visit, and a lot of that kind of stuff. California is about as big as Sweden. Downtown Canada. That's what somebody put on Twitter. So that's how I feel I look at California. I'm between San Francisco and Los Angeles. San Francisco. Anyway, I need to make more grape jelly. That's my plan. Hi, from Hungary. I'm hungry, Eleonora. Eleonora? Ooh, that's a nice name, Eleonora. I like your name. I like the name Eleanor and I like the name Nora, and you've got both, Eleonora. Anyway, I'm gonna make grape jelly because I have a lot of grapes. I'm gonna make more rose hip jelly because I picked more rose hips. Sounds like a rather heavenly place, except for, well, you know, the hellfire. Hello, Ingenious Gaming from India. So, gonna make jelly. What else was I trying? I'm gonna be clean. I'm doing a lot of like prep. That's how I'm right now. I'm prepping. Pro tip on patching t-shirts: use basting glue to set your patches in place. Heck yeah! Not as heavenly as your area, Frida. Yeah, Frida, yours looks like ethereal. Like it looks like where the elves are from. You're in Middle Earth. Gotta go. Take care, everyone. Bye, Jenna. Have a great rest of your day. I literally use your view as a way to giggle. I mean, yeah, it's a nice place. Namaste from India. Namaste. I mean, I guess not really. Isn't namaste like I see your soul? I don't see your soul yet, but I appreciate. Good morning. Nice to see you. Yeah, so videos are okay, Lori. They're not going quick, but they are happening. And the prep work for videos is happening. And do you want to hear something crazy? Because I actually have something really crazy. So out of nowhere, I told you guys this before, but August was my highest earning month on YouTube ever. Out of, I don't know how, I don't know why, but it was. Well, I do know how and I do know why. I like analytics. But I mean, like, it was kind of surprising, very surprising. And September is now the highest month ever that I've had on YouTube. So it's going somewhere. It's working. Sweden is where the elves were from. Good. Okay, good. Truly. So yeah, they are there. Bye, Laura. Bye. Hold on. Igneous. Why did I read that as ingenious? Igneous. Goodbye, Igneous Gaming. So, yeah, now September has been my best month ever, which is strange. I mean, financially. Financially, August was my best month ever, and now September is my best month ever. So month over month, we're still moving in a positive direction, which is great. And I'm just going to kind of keep trucking away. I think I got myself overwhelmed by making all of these promises and trying to keep them. But now I think all of them scrappy. That's what I mean. I think that it's the fact that I have new subscribers who are going through all of the old videos, because there's like, it's all of them. It's not like the new stuff or the old stuff. Everything is getting like more views. And also my CPM, which is cost per 1,000. Why would it be cost? It should be, because it's not, whatever. The amount of money that you make for 1,000 views, it's jumped by like, okay, so during the beginning of the pandemic, it went really down from like $10 per 1,000 views down to like $5 per 1,000 views, something ridiculous, like half. And then now it's like 17. So I don't know. YouTube decided to invest more in ads, I guess, and also people who are new subscribers, because we're almost at 50,000, by the way. Yeah. Super nice. The algorithm hasn't punished you for your break. Honestly, it's kind of like it rewarded me. It was like, you needed the break. Here's some AdSense. So yeah, it is nice, totally. Frida, we have an old myth of a very handsome naked man sitting in a stream, luring young ladies with his violin playing. I'd probably be lured by a naked, attractive man playing a violin. I mean, to be honest though, no. I feel like why are you playing a violin in the water? I don't know. YouTube had to invest more in ads. Hey, I'm happy with it, Scrappy, because they're investing more in ads for crafty people, so I'm cool. So, yeah, good news. September's been a really good month, so hopefully October keeps going that way, because as those of you who are in the YouTube world may know, and for those of you who don't, January is like the dead month. Like, ads go so down. They needed to recoup the money they lost last year. Wouldn't be surprised, so yeah. But January is usually a dead month for ads. Like, everybody in YouTube world goes down to like half of their income for January. So it's kind of like the last few months of the year. Like, now it's Q4, October, November, December. Like, oh shoot, Tucky mushrooms. Oh. Sorry, one sec. Why does this always happen to me? Do you know how many times I've done this exact thing? A lot of times. God damn it. Okay, I'm just gonna put that upside down on a cloth. We're gonna move you way over here. I have a second table for my hot chocolate for during the day for this reason. That makes me feel rage. Okay. I don't even know what I was gonna say, because now I'm like, anyway, oh yeah, January, it's gonna be a dead month, money goes way down, so Q4 is when everybody like does all of their push for the year. So October, November, December is like where I kind of have to power through. Well, he's an elf troll and you won't come back. You've been taken. Probably how they explained drownings and scared people away from water. Nice. That's great. An elf troll who drowns you with his sexy violin. I wonder what a sexy violin sound would be. You know? Like, what's he playing that's gonna draw me into the water? Oh, the feels. Right? Did it give you anxiety to see that happen? Because I'm probably gonna rewatch that later and just be like, ugh. Alex is gonna be like, Laura! That's usually. Or Laura. Something like that. Anyway, so, yeah. Do you have any videos coming up? Yes, I have a clay video coming up. I just have to, like, finish it. Pretty much. So I'm making clay pots now from clay that I got out of the garden, refined, and then first I form it into pots, and then I fire it in my fireplace, and yes, that's the next video. I believe that'll be the next video, unless I do a grape jelly video today. Are you just sticking to the lives for now? No, I'm not just sticking to the lives for now. I just kind of had a bit of a pause on that clay video. No, I am doing the lives, but I am also going to be doing a clay video, a grape jelly video, a mask sewing video. I know everybody has it. I know it's like late. I love your Alex impression. My Alex impression. It's very accurate. But clay, mask sewing, grape jelly. I know everybody has a mask sewing video, don't come for me. I just feel like we're gonna need to wear masks for 3 years. I might as well make a video. And plus I already have the pattern piece. And the elastic and the fabric. Oh, and Lori, I found your birthday card for me again, so I have your address. I was gonna ask you for that today, but I found it last night, so I don't need it anymore. I'm excited for the clay video. Me too. Honestly, I'm done the first, it's 20 minutes long right now, and I'm up to the point where the clay is still, are you selling the mask yet? I'm not gonna be selling them. My little sister and I had a talk. She doesn't want to, which is fine, because I guess I could make them and sell them. I haven't really decided, honestly, Lori, but I am gonna send you the chicken ones. I have them ready, so no problems. But the clay video is finished up to the point where I have to basically strain out the liquid. So you mix the clay with water, the clay suspends in the water, and then you pour out the excess water, and then you pour the clay out until there's like just sand and grit at the bottom, and you pour that liquidy clay into like a pillowcase, and the water leaches out but the clay stays inside, and then what you're left with will be this. So I'm at the step where I need to pour the clay, and then it'll be a nice big ball of clay, which, like, honestly, look at this clay. Also, I don't know if Sheila Northrup, who used to be called, it was after her dogs, do you guys remember the name? Sheila's dogs. Remember, she has those two cute dogs? They're like wiener dogs, and that's what her username was, one of the wiener dogs. Anyway, she sent me this mug. I'll show it to you. So she sent me this beautiful mug. Unfortunately, in transit, before I even opened it, it was broken, but it's so pretty, and it's like a handmade, like, pottery mug. I was looking at, I don't want to throw it out because it was like a nice gift, but I found a way that I can reuse them. So I can take this and I can grind it up in my mortar and pestle, in my mortar with my pestle, and pestle? It has a T, right? Pestle? Is it a silent T, like pestle, or is it pestle? Anyway, I can grind it up and use it as temper. So in clay shrinks because it's expanded in the water. So when you cook it, it shrinks a bunch. And when it shrinks, it cracks. So by adding temper, which is like sand or rock grit that's ground down, it can also be pottery shards. By adding that into the clay, you prevent it from cracking when you fire it. So I was thinking that's a good way I can use this. I can crush it up and put it into pottery, and that way it's still same, Scrappy. I'm obsessed with homemade pottery right now. Isn't this one pretty though? Look at that. I love it. She sent it to me and I was like heartbroken that it was broken, because look how cool it is. You can hold it like this, or you could hold it like this. Well, I can't because it's broken, but I really do like it, and I want to find a way to, I don't know, I didn't want to throw it out because I'm a hoarder. So I'm going to add it as temper into my clay. So now I have all of these pots, lots of pots. I watched this bonsai guy. He like talks about how to do bonsai, and he's this adorable like Japanese man. And he's British, or like Hong Kongian, so he sounds British, and he says pots. Got to it with a clay pot. I like how he sounds. Anyway, I've got lots of clay pots now that are little clay, and I've got little strings of hearts in them. Come on. Come on. Come on. Nope, you aren't allowed to see it apparently. But yes, this is like my new hobby. You know how I get a new hobby every couple of months? This one for this couple of months, like I keep sewing and crochet and natural dye as like I would say my main three, and then there's like additional ones. Plants has been kind of consistent. I've been doing plants for a year now. That's pretty good. But pottery is my new fun one that I'm going to be starting as like, you know how like I said, I get a new hobby every now and then. My next new hobby is going to be paper making. My little sister wants to make paper, and I've done it before, so we gonna make paper. If you want, I can film it. It's going to be made out of recycled paper. So I don't know if I'm going to use like newspaper or if I'm going to use like just like shredded paper, but it's going to be stuff that's for recycling. What are we talking about? We're talking about that I have ADD and get new hobbies every few months. I keep the ones that I love, but I go through hobbies. And right now, pottery is one of them. I like homemade pottery too. Scrappy. Whenever I go to the thrift store, I always check the mug section to see if there's any homemade like mugs. And if there are, I buy them because they're 25 cents. That being said, can't do it very much anymore because the global pandemic that we're in makes it very difficult to go shopping for fun. And by difficult, I mean I went one time and got really stressed and haven't gone. Film, yay! Okay, I will. Scrappy, I used to make paper. Really? Isn't it fun? I've done it a few times. Well, I've done it quite a few times. I've done it when I was little, like I used the family blender to blend up newspaper with water and glue. Don't do that if you're young. Your parents will not appreciate it. That's all I've got to say about that. I used that, and that was like the first time. And then I did it with my own personal blender, and it was fine. So anyway, making paper is fun, and I think it'll be fun. I said to my little sister that wouldn't it be fun if we made seed paper? So it's like you make paper that's like a card or whatever, but you add seeds into the pulp basically, and then when it dries, you've got paper that after they're done using it as paper, you can like bury it and it'll make flowers or something. You can also put like flower petals and things like that. I think that'll be fun. So that'll be something that we're probably gonna be doing next week. The week after. Well, the sun is up. I'm not hearing that rooster sound, so I guess he hasn't fully figured out how he does it yet. I met a gal that makes mugs, bowls, and I love watching her IG videos. I like watching pottery wheel videos. I don't have a pottery wheel, but I also like those, you know those, what is it called when you're like spinning a piece of wood and like carving it as it spins? I like those types of videos. I feel like I want one. Yes, you should. I have done that. Yeah? Cool. We could do that for our wedding invitations. I only need to make a few because thanks to the global pandemic, I don't have to have a big wedding. Not that I had to, but now I have like way less pressure to because now it's not safe. So also, Ontario, if you could just put your damn masks on and stop partying. We went from like 40 cases to 400 to 700. What? So now we have 700. A lathe, thank you, a lathe, thank you, Sid. Sid, I feel like you and I have like you're my kindred spirit. I feel like you have a lot of things that I have in my head, but you have them closer up in your head. You know what I'm saying? I love watching people put crazy things in paper. Someone put a crushed taco in the paper pulp. Just why? Why not? It's taco paper. I might be going on a pottery wheel course with my dad and sister. You should, Frida. My older sister does pottery, and I think it's so cool. Laura, I think a pottery wheel would be perfect for you. I feel like a pottery wheel would be a terrible idea for me, Dina, because I would have so much fun and make such a big mess. Oh my god, I'm already so messy. Can you imagine me using mud in my home? I mean, like, I have clay. Imagine if it's like muddier than this. This is heavy, by the way. That weighs more than you. Also, do you like his new bed? I got it at PetSmart on clearance for $14. No, that one was $8.99. I have another one. We're on the same wavelength interest-wise. Yeah, totally. That's a better way to explain. Frida, that would be so cool. It would. Sweden seems to be doing well. We're not having a second wave. Sweden, aren't you good? Didn't something happen in Sweden? I thought something happened. I thought I read something happened. Way to go, humans. You done effed up. Pretty much. Just stop going out. Just, like, I want to go shopping too. I want to go to, like, the movies. I want to go out for dinner at restaurants, inside with a bunch of people. And yet, I'm not, because I want to end faster. And I feel like at this point, it's like if you get sick, like, it's like embarrassing? Not embarrassing. It's like, I don't know how to explain it, like how I feel about it. Like, it's like, I don't want to get sick because then it's like, well, how did you get sick? What did you do? Where were you that you weren't supposed to be? Like, that's how it's coming. We had a ship. Oh, okay. I thought there was something in the news. I hate the feel of clay too. But I build with metal, but I still want to try. My OCD doesn't let me touch clay. It feels so vile. I'm the opposite. I feel like it's wonderful. I love how it feels. When it's wet, I don't like the feel of, like, raw terracotta. I don't like that, but I do love this mucky mud. Oh, I just dropped more of it. You should see my desk right now. Where I'm working is, like, brown. I've cleaned it, like, several times, but that doesn't seem to change anything. Also, yesterday I was, like, ADDing, and I made a cube because I was just sitting there doing this while I was, I don't know, staring into space or something. America is doing a great job. I have 5 days of school and we get mask breaks. You heard right. Mask breaks. A great job. Yeah, mask breaks are great. Great idea. Let's just have mask breaks. Also, my little sister's a teacher, and, like, teachers can't do anything anymore. Like, she works. She can't go out for coffee or anything. She can't leave the classroom because everybody has to eat lunch in their classroom. So, like, it used to be like they had some time to, like, be people. The kids would go out for recess, for lunch. They're now always in the room with the teacher, so no lunch break anymore. America. Just reading that first sentence makes me smile, Elijah. America is doing a great job keeping COVID down. I don't know. Yes, it's EU. I wore a mask for a few days since I was having a fever. Wow, I got shunned. People swerved away. I mean, yeah. I thought you ate the clay cube. No, I'm not gonna eat clay. I'm eating my tea biscuit. That being said, I did make clay. No, why USA? I live here too. It's a sad, sad place. Our classes are still online. That would be nice. I hope that they end up being online here. Well, they're saying that they're gonna move back to stage 2 for us. We're on I don't know if you guys have it broken down the same way as us, but stage 1, stage 2, stage 3. We're on stage 3 right now, so, like, most things are open. Strip clubs are not open. Bars have to close at 11. There's, like, a few rules. Like, not a ton, but, like, a few. Movie theaters, I don't think they're open here yet. But anyway, they're gonna have to back it back to stage 2 because people are stupid. And also, if they keep it open the way it is now, schools will end up having to close because if kids get sick, blah, 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 blah. Anyway, my sister's school hasn't had a case yet, but they're sending kids home for anything. Like, my elbow hurts, go home. I have a headache, get out of here. You sneezed, leave. Like, there is no wound or illness that is not worth kicking the kid home for. Left to break and enter with my key to wake up my boyfriend. Well, it's not breaking and entering if you have a key and you're going to do a nice thing, is it? It's like when I open Alex's mail. It's not a federal offense. He's in the car next to me. Right? Anyway, don't think school should have opened. Several classes were quarantined already. Yeah, I feel like kids are dirty little germ machines. No offense if you're a kid. But, like, tell me you don't touch your face. So, yeah. The world is on fire. There's a global pandemic. America is on a confusing direction that I honestly, I don't know what's gonna happen. It's crazy. Aw, they're doing yoga for PE. That's nice. That's really cool. EJ. That's nice. Adrian is doing that. I like her. She's got a cute little personality, doesn't she? And her cute dog, Benji. anything else to say, I don't think. I'm going to do some sewing because that doesn't require my hands very much. So I am going to be doing some sewing in the next couple of days. I'm going to head over to my parents in the next couple of days just because I do that every few days. And I have to pick up jars. I'm going to be doing some jarring. So that's pretty much my vibe right now, is taking care of things. I'm just kind of taking care of things. I'm not really moving forward a ton. I'm kind of taking small steps forward, but mostly trying to take care of things. You know? I don't know. Alex's family is coming to visit, which is a little stressful, but it'll be fine. I just have to figure out where they're going to sleep. That's all. But that's not yet. She is lovely, and I love the dog. I love all dogs, let's be honest, right? Anyway, Scrappy, you mentioned the chiropractor. I'm going to be calling either this week or next week. I have a friend who has a recommendation for a good female chiropractor. Not that it needs to be a female, it's just hers happens to be, and she's had really good experience with her. And I want my whole body to have my spine in the correct location. Move around and do stretching. Just remember not to let yourself be stuck in Oh, no, I'm not sitting the whole time. I'm not sitting the whole time. I'm like, mostly I'm outside, to be honest. Mostly. Yeah, right now it's mostly outside jobs. I've got a lot of outside jobs I'm trying to do. Take it slow with your carpal tunnel. Exactly. I've been doing a lot of like going to the forest and collecting. Isn't your Thanksgiving coming up? Yeah, so Thanksgiving is technically next weekend. Like not this coming weekend, the weekend after that. Dude, you will like it. I think I will too. Wait till you get x-rayed. Yeah. Yeah, don't want her to break me. But yes, Thanksgiving is coming up, but it's not like gonna be normal because we've got vulnerable people in our family, so it's gonna be like a weird thing. That being said, I had this really good idea. What if we just all, when I sew, true, thanks. I can't wait to hear how you liked it. Me too, I'm excited to hear I'm excited to hear how I like it. I'm excited to see how I like it. But for Thanksgiving, I don't think it's gonna be a thing the way like it normally would. But I think that Christmas, what we're gonna do is everybody's just gonna go get a test like 2 days before Christmas and then quarantine for 2 days while they wait for the results. And then as long as we're negative, right? Should be okay. I love the holidays, even though preparing for them is stressful. Same. I hate preparing for them and I like them. I'm going to a chiropractor too. I'm just waiting a bit longer. Yeah, I'm pretty much like just procrastinating it. Foundation revealed sewing membership is coming up. Oh, Foundation's revealed sewing membership. Yeah, I'm not doing period sewing, but still interesting, AJ. X-rays will show how messed up your spine neck extra is. Great. Oh, and a free trial. That's nice. Well, let's hope that it's not too messed up. Oh God. But having someone crack the one right under my occipital bone. Oh God, I'm just looking forward to it. Like, I have no fear. I just want them to like break me apart, basically. We have too many doctors and nurses in the family. They said no Thanksgiving for us. Yeah, it's just not really a thing. That there's too many people working out in the world in my family is our problem. So we're gonna do tests at Christmas time. We can have tests now. Yay! That's good. But we'll probably have a little one with our sister-in-law and nephews. Yeah, like a little one. I'll probably go to my parents for dinner with Alex, you know? Like it's not gonna be like the whole family, but I'm sure that we'll do something. Don't know what yet. Today I'm gonna be cooking chicken in the crock pot because I took the crock pot out yesterday because now it's fall, which means the crock pot will stay on the counter. I'm applying because I can apply period sewing to moderate sewing. True, like structural things, totally. Well, good luck with that. Anyway, guys, it's 9 o'clock. I'm outie. I'm gonna go take some pictures of our cute new girls, and I will show you how the boys are looking because they look more roosterly now. You can tell they're roosters, like there's no doubt anymore. They're very roostery. I'll try and get a video of the boy making noise if he'll do it again today. But yeah, I'm gonna head out. I'm gonna go hang out with the chickens for a little while, and then I'm gonna come in and clean up my mess and figure out what the next steps are. I've got my list, so I'm gonna do that. But I love you guys. Thanks for hanging out. I had a good time this morning. It was nice to hang out. I hope you had a good time too. Crock pots are great. Yes, they are. I have 2 crock pots, a teeny one and a big one, and I use them both. So anyway, I love you guys. Have a great day. Keep your hands clean. You got new chicken. No, Scrappy. I got 1 new chicken. Don't judge me. It's the last one because the boys are being removed. We're done now. I came way late. No, the boys are going to new homes when I get them new homes. I'm just trying to find homes for them. I don't want people buying them for food. Like, people have offered money for them, but they want them for food. So I'm not selling them for food. So it's going to take longer to get them new homes, but I've replaced them already. Like, I have the new chickens that are replacing them because I intended on having those boys be girls. So we have 2 extra chickens right now that won't be here. So yes, I have 1 more, but I'll get pictures and then you'll see and you'll be like, it was worth it. I have 2 too. Food and dying. What? Food and dying. Oh, a to-do list. I see. Very well. Okay, anyway, love you guys. Oh, Sherry. Hi, Sherry. Went to massage therapist that specializes with pain management. I just want a joint. I want all my joints to be where they're supposed to be. Anyway, don't forget to like the video, guys. Before you leave, don't forget to like the video. It helps the channel, and I really appreciate it when you do hit the like button, and I see a lot of us have this morning, so I appreciate it. But I'll see you next Wednesday, and hopefully next Tuesday there will be a video out, but I'll keep you posted. I'll post in the Discord as things keep moving. Okay, love you. Bye. Have a good day, but love you. Bye.